Hey there, my name's K.Galaxia and welcome to day 28 of VEDJ, which can best be described as pure torture. The reason for this is simple. Today's question is, what is your favourite film soundtrack? And I have so many. So goddamn many. But instead of limiting myself to one today, I am going to talk about 5 of my favourite tracks from different movies. Because if I talked about all of them, we would be here forever. So this is going to be in no particular order and it is most definitely not a complete list. But hey, let's start off with number 5, which is Making of Cyborg from Ghost in the Shell. For me, this theme perfectly sets up Ghost in the Shell. It's cold, distant, but also ultimately ethereal. It's also got some real hints of Japanese horror in there with the music, which I think is a wonderful little touch. Basically, a straight up perfect title track. Number 4, Night Call from Drive. Once again, yet another theme that perfectly sums up something. To me, the track Night Call definitely sums up the main character, the driver. It's got harsh, unforgiving synths, and once again it feels cold and distant, but it's got those small moments where it feels a lot more warm, hinting that there may be something a bit more to the driver. Because I mean, come on, he's a real human being, and a real hero. Number 3, Derezed from Tron Legacy. Whoever came up with the idea of Daft Punk doing the soundtrack for a Tron movie needs a goddamn raise. Daft Punk's musical style perfectly fits the world of Tron, and no track says this better to me than Derezed. It's pulsing, non-stop, and genuinely brilliant, but most of all, and probably the most important of all, it feels like a video game. Just like Tron. Genuinely wonderful job. Number 2, the soundtrack to Star Wars. I mean, the entire thing. John Williams, you magnificent bastard, take a bow. The music for all the Star Wars movies, the prequels included, is genuinely wonderful. There is just no downside to it whatsoever. If I had to pick one favourite track, it would most definitely be the scene where Luke is looking over the sunset of Tatooine. That theme is gorgeous, but honestly, every theme for Star Wars just works. It is a great soundtrack. And number 1, Blade Runner Blues from Blade Runner. Of course it's Blade Runner, of course it's fucking Blade Runner. Blade Runner Blues is one of the finest character themes ever composed. Vangelis took his cues from the entire detective themes from way back in the old days of the 1930s noir movement and made one of the finest themes for a future detective in a dystopian world. The best way I can describe this theme is it's like a glass of whiskey set to a neon backdrop over a dystopian city slowly going to shit. It puts you in the mindset of Deckard straight away. It is wonderful. So yeah, those are some of my favourite tracks from different movies. Of course, I'm going to do some honourable shoutouts as well, namely the theme from Pacific Rim, Hillcrest Park from Scott Pilgrim, Why So Serious from The Dark Knight, the main theme to My Neighbor Totoro, and of course the soundtrack to the filmic masterpiece, The Room, because I mean nothing says sexy like this song. That gets me all the ladies. Probably why I've been single for a long time. That joke got depressing real quick. Let's just forget I ever said that and let's just talk about your favourite film soundtracks. So why don't you let me know them down in the comments down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 29 of VEDJ. So, I'll see you then.